Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the shop. It is a nice Saturday morning. It's about 9:45. It is only about 75 degrees in the shop. It's only supposed to be like in the 80s with a lot less humidity. We've gotten a break from that high humidity, high heat index days we had about a week ago, which could have killed anybody. Okay, we're going to tell you the rest of the story about the $40 camera from the thrift store. It's like a gospel mission thrift store. That's the name of it on the door. Okay, so it's not a Salvation Army. And they have two of them in Sioux City, Iowa. This was a new one they opened up right next to Harbor Freight. I mean, how convenient for me when I go shopping for stuff. Okay, this is what we got. We're gonna hide. We got the owner. The owners had their name. All right, there's like the beginning here. The owners had their name. Not their name, but their phone number. Get it right. Had their phone number on there, okay? Well, I made this little socky thing for it. It's got everything. It's got actually two of these cords where you go from the camera into your TV, old school, and then you go to your computer. There's two of them in there. So I don't want to lose them. I will never use them. I always take my memory card out and put it directly in there. And there's the charger. I think the battery's like an NBL-4. It's thin. It's more square than my newer camera I'm using now. A lot bigger, more flatter. So it's more square. That's kind of a nice feature to set the camera down in. Anyway, we don't want this to be too long. So we want to add some more things to the video. So we'll set that up there. Get out the camera. And we have shown it before. I did put a new screen protector on it. Let's snap a photo real quick. This has the same function as the camera I'm using right now. Everything's the same and the same as my old one. So that's what I like. And I always play around on my computer. Like I'll take the highlights out to get rid of that bright light. I'll change contrast and stuff. But takes good pictures. The rest of this episode, we will be switching cameras and doing the rest of the video with this camera. So let's not wear the battery down. Okay, the rest of the story. Bought this, I get it out to the car, and it's guaranteed to work. The lady that worked at the counter told me every appliance they have on the shelf for sale, they test it, make sure it works. She had charged the battery with us. The date was off like 1 day, so she charged the battery, so there is a memory card in there. 8 gigabyte. I think it's a PNY brand. What'd you find like at Best Buy and places? So everything worked. So I went for it. Now they had another old one in there for $20. It was really neat. It took 2 AA's. I cannot tell you the brand name. It only had like a 1-inch screen. It reminded me of my wife's old Hewlett-Packard first digital camera ever made. Had a lot of features and buttons on the thing. It was really neat for 20 bucks, but no manual or nothing. You know, I'd been out there all over the internet trying to learn how to run it, and it was just bulking, heavy little thing. So I wasn't interested in it. Anyway, we got to get to the rest of the story. We get out in the car and start looking. There's pictures in there. Someone's Hawaiian vacation. Helicopter ride, taking pictures of mountains, golf course, flowers, your typical Hawaiian vacation, the hotel they stayed in, the whole bit. Wife gets home, she calls the phone number, she gets an older lady. I don't want to be polite, older lady, elderly lady, older than us. And she didn't really know what to think. She's kind of surprised. Well, her husband just come in the door. So my wife's on the phone, I'm listening there, kind of sitting there, you know, listening with one ear. Husband just came in the door. Here, we'll let you talk to him. He goes, yes, he goes, I bought this to take on vacation. I didn't want to take one of my expensive cameras. Well, geez, this thing's like $300 in there new. And the vacation was like 2014. They got back, it just got put away. Don't worry, the pictures are in the computer. You can delete it. Have fun with the camera. Glad that I got it. Glad I enjoyed it. Glad that I was a camera buff and I make videos and stuff. Just told him I have a YouTube channel. And so that he really liked that. Wife told me he's going to carry this in his pocket wherever he goes. Just for going out on field trip cameras. Because you see in the little sake how nice it is. It don't take up no room at all. So that's the rest of the story on that. I got to talk to the original owners who donated it. And I'm going to keep all the pictures. I might keep one picture of them, which we're sure it's them in the picture. When you look, you know, they take pictures of all the other people. We're sure we got the right picture of the couple. I'm going to save just that one picture for memory of who they are, okay? And then I'm going to delete all the other ones. Anything that's got people and stuff in it, I'm going to delete all them. And just save the Hawaiian pictures, mountains, waterfall stuff for desktop pictures in my computer. So they'll never get posted. So, okay, that's the end of that story. That took a little too long. Let's stop. And the rest of the video will be filmed with, here comes that train, be filmed with this little camera, and then we'll be able to show you this camera, what I've been using for the past few years. Okay, we're back with the $40 camera. Here's what I normally use for a camera. I bought this a few years ago and I really like it because it has 25 times optical zoom. The Canon SX620HS. I think I'd read somewhere HS just high stabilization or something. It's similar to HD but better. Well, we all know what this camera did when I got near my belt stand or something. It's like the whole picture's all... And I read a guy told me, he said, the internal stuff this is not stabilized the way it should. It actually sits there and vibrates because the floor is vibrating and makes your picture do that. So it's a defect in the manufacture of the camera you guys got to put up with. But this camera has a bigger screen, which I like for filming. Watch me talk here.
Hello YouTube, welcome to Sunday in the Shop. Nice Saturday.
You see why I like this big screen when I'm out of reviewing in the shop?
Only about 75 degrees in the shop.
I said it's the same functions. Same functions, Canon. I got your auto. I leave it on auto. So if I get over brightness and stuff, I'm sorry. I just have to run on auto. I'm a camera dummy. I'm not going to play with all them settings. But this is a nice camera. This, like I said, this is 25 times optical zoom. You can see why I bought it. I was going to buy one model below this. They didn't have it. But by the time they gave me the deal, the Amazon, whatever, they looked and matched the price thing at Best Buy. I ended up getting this for like the same price. But man, that's quite the telephoto zoom for a dinky little camera. So that was the selling point. Right there. 12 megapixels, I think they both are. Well, the one I'm using is 12 megapixels. I can't even tell you what this one is. It's Wi-Fi capable, so it's got all the modern stuff in it. I can't tell you the megapixels of this camera. I am sorry. All I know is this one's 12. So, there you go. Let's go on to something different here. You got to see the camera I've been using the past few years. The old one's like the A1400, bulky, took the AA batteries. Oh, it was like a dinosaur. But it still works. It's got that piece of brass on the bottom where I broke the door. I'm sure my long-time subscribers have used that camera. I mean, it's been beat up. It's fell down in the pickup on the engine when I've been doing stuff. Screen protector from day one. It looks nasty, that plastic film. But you don't care. That's what it's on there for. It protects the glass. So let's go on to something else. Okay, we might as well show it. This has been laying on the bench for a week. I have other stuff to do. This is that. Let me show you a piece of it. We got some somewhere. You know we do. Aluminum. Got it waiting on with me. 3/4 aluminum. This is what I've been working on. That's just model car paint here. Let it sit overnight and then wipe it off with acetone. It kind of looks like could be a shifter lever or a blinker lever. We'll think about putting a magnet in here because you got to have a dead center when you work on this stuff. And I tapered this going this direction with the lathe because this way it goes into the tailstock. So I did it backwards, not really backwards. You do it any way you want. This is my idea. This holds those little bits with a magnet. It's already aluminum. We're thinking about chopping off about right here. Drill it with the right hole, because this is not a 1/4 inch like you think. You can measure across flats, measure across the edges. We're going to get just right. We can press it in there with a vise. Hopefully it ain't crooked, but this is going to make a nice screwdriver to use at the bench. Our screws aren't really tight because I got this all planned in my hand. See how you can spin that in your hand? I think you get the point. Get that out of the picture. I think you get the point where screws aren't real tight. Because I work on a lot of stuff with number 2, number 1 Phillips. So I wanted something more comfortable to use. I have my little Tecton set for taking apart knives and stuff. I mean, sure, you long-time subscribers have seen me show that over and over. It's in a little black zipper case for small stuff. But I wanted something comfortable for me to use. Don't ask me the angle. It's whatever looked good. I mean, I tapered down here. I brought this over whatever diameter here. I cannot even tell you. When we're done, we'll give you the measurements on it. So, I can't even tell you what size this is. But I came here, and then I kind of used sandpaper, so I kind of blend it. So, you might get a little bit fatter right here because I'm playing around with the sandpaper. It might act like a barrel shape, and it'll dip in here, and then flow up onto here. This is done by, like, set it 45 degrees on your compound, whatever. File, all that other good stuff. It's very hard to get a bit in here while this is on the tailstock to face that off. But I just put it up there really hurry, because you gotta imagine, this is in my little lathe like this. It's gonna go like this. You're trying to face it, you just can't. So I get in there and I very carefully at a slow speed get my center bit in there, and then I'll drill the hole and I'll hope for the best, and I put the dead center on the tailstock. I'm like, is this thing gonna be, you know? And I've had it where I have to take like maybe 10 thousandths off the whole thing because it's in there crooked, and I'm trying to straighten it up. And if you're into machining, you know what I mean. You can take all day long to try to get all this stuff centered in there, and that's just cheap in machine. You can be off like this. You know what I mean? If you've played with a lathe, it's just a cheap lathe. I mean, it's like a toy to me, but it's fun to play with, though. But there you go. One of my latest creations that ain't done yet. This will be pressed into the vise, so it's not going to slip. These are going to grab into the aluminum. So there you go. I'll snap a photo of this so you can see how neat it looks. So stay tuned. We'll go off to my newest buffing wheel and compound. Okay, this is my newest cone buffing thing, and you know, it's just packed with this blue compound, because here's the reason why. I'm only going to use this on plastic. If I want to buy another one for metal or whatever, it's only going to be used on plastic. We'll bring it out there. So it is caked full. Some people complain that that stuff's too hard. Take a hairdryer and warm these sticks up so it's kind of melty a little bit. And I run on very slow speed to pack this in here. I mean, I'm pushing it and almost killing the drill, you know, because I want it packed in here for plastic, and I'll show you why. We'll do a real quick. Hope it don't splatter on my new camera. We'll see what this camera does if it's more stable. We're going to run lengthwise on here instead of this, because that makes waviness. We was practicing this the other day, and this has already been polished, but it wasn't that great. We wanted to do this. See, just on the screwdriver handle. And then you got this big area to do this with. Well, we can always use another wheel, another grit. Because we've taken some of these screwdrivers, taken 1,000 grit sandpaper, 1,200 grit, and got a lot of the gouges out. You know, if that looks blurry, wipe it off with a rag or your finger, and you'll see it's just the compound on there. It's just your wax. Then you can kind of get out here. When I first started doing it, it's like, wow, that's all powdery. Well, wipe it off. So you get an idea of what I bought this for. Now be careful, you get this thing hot, you'll melt that plastic and it'll smear. I've had to fix some defects. See that where I got kind of carried away where it's out there on the edge? See that? I'm showing you. This just open. See that? I actually started eating the plastic. That's plastic. Trust me, that wasn't no compound. I said I'm still learning. So I brought it back. So just to show you, get your old stuff and practice on it. And you'll learn not to bear down too much and cut that off. You'll learn how to do it. I mean, it's worth it. Even if you just bought this is what? Maybe 3 or 4 boxes. The compound's $5. And I run this drill. Might as well talk about it. This is my Hitachi drill. I have hours and hours on this drill. Okay? Running this drill on a variac at a variable speed as a grinder and a wire brush tool. The gears are getting old. On my desk thing out here, you know, the thing where it slides. Yes, this shop's messy and dirty. Don't look at the floor. This is a working environment. And like I said, this stuff ain't sticky. It goes on dry. Hours and hours, and I'm not afraid to do it, and it does not get hot. You know, you think it'd get hot, you fill the vents. No, you can run on a slow speed unless you really bear it. It's not going to get hot at slow speed. It's got a very good fan in it. So, enough of that. We'll think of something else. Okay, this could be the last clip this week. We're just running out of content. Here's the free bobber I found. Let's get some darkness in here. There we go. I've never fished with one of these, but let's turn on our light again. Pretty cool. Makes a cool night light. I've got it hanging by my chair because I got like a homemade pole lamp. I showed in the video. It's got a dimmer on it and everything with LED bulb. Dollar Tree bulb, dimmable LED bulb. Looks like a regular light bulb. We're going to show you how we made these batteries fit. Because all we had was, you have the thicker ones and the thin ones. Get down in here. Can you see that? The thicker and the thin ones. These are like equal to it, like an L44. And don't quote me though. I thought these might be an L33. But here's what we did. We only had was the thin ones. So this is all how this works. See these pieces of paper I put in here? That just took up the slack. Now if you look down in there, here's where it touches the side of the battery. Remember, if the outside of these are positive, it should say on here positive. Yep. The outside's positive, this is the negative. See where it's isolated, insulated? If you look down in there, can you see that little piece on the left, bent over wire on the left side? The spring keeps that from contacting, okay? So when you screw it together, it pushes down on the spring, it touches the center of the battery, and it lights. Real simple design, then your outside. So if you have trouble with one of these, you shouldn't get water in it, crew. If you have trouble, you have to scrape or bend one of these. I would be very careful reaching in here. You could probably get down here with a scribe or something. You know, like that. As far as this one down in here, I would be very careful playing down in there. I mean, you could probably get down in there and pull it up a little bit. Okay. We're just going to put the regular batteries, these batteries back in there and use them up. That way we have 2 more sets. But yeah, it makes a really neat night light. And if you want to really get funky, wind up, I got on the fishing string, wind it up. Let her spin. It'll wobble all over. But I have a disco ball that goes on the Christmas tree. It's only about as big as a tennis ball. It's just a cheap little thing with mirrors on it. Look for that at Christmas time. Little miniature disco ball. You could wind it, walk over the tree and wind it up, and have it next to your favorite color light, and let it go, and boy, that thing will shoot all. Or wind it up, sit back in your chair with a flashlight with the spotlight feature. Oh boy, it was a miniature disco show. Anyway, we thought we'd show that. Here's the lighted bobber, and we are sure it belonged to the lady that lost it. I was telling the story. She lost her bobber, and 2 weeks later, after we find one, a green bobber, and I'm saying it's hers. I'm gonna believe it's hers. No way to contact them. They're just people visiting. We don't know where they live. We kind of know where they live, but there's no way of getting a hold of them. But I'm sure they'd be happy. You know, she'd be happy to know that I found it, somebody that they visit with, and I'm, you know, just use it for doodad decorations. I don't go fishing at night. But here's how it sits in the waters like this. So it is pretty cool. We'll light it up one more time. So let's pause here. So I got them paper discs in there just to take up the slack. And I'm snagged on something over here. Snagged on something. This is a slip bobber. I don't know how you'd turn to lock it or not, because it can slip on your line. I don't know if I can turn this like that so it's not a slip bobber. I suppose I could, but I don't know about... Ew, excuse me, I couldn't read. I was going to shut the camera off. Excuse me, allergies. See, it's drying up. Excuse me. That is terrible. I bet that's loud on the camera. Oh well, Sunday in the shop, we can goof off. We don't have to be professional. See that? Let's see, I kind of went crooked there a little bit. Shut the lights off one more time. Pretty cool, huh? So that's how you make the thinner batteries work, because they do not contact at all on anything back in here. I don't know if I can find that again. Camera's making funny flashing stuff. I wonder if it'll show up on the film. Like it's trying to change the auto brightness focus or something. Yeah, I don't know if we can find that or not. You've seen it in there once where it comes down and hits it. Let's see if I can find it. I think we showed it once. See, it kind of got the batteries all centered because the little cardboard discs. But it'll get me by. I'm going to use up the batteries I got. So these batteries lay in the drawer. Let me turn the lights back on. At least one. These batteries laid in the drawer. I had to pack these for like two years or so. Most of them were dead. I don't know what the shelf life is. I can at least give you the number. I can't tell you what these cost. I can grab my slip. It's under $5 this pack of batteries. No, see, I don't even think there's even a date on here. Let's see if I was right. Comparable to. I said the big one. It's a 357-303. LR44. I was right. And these other ones, which is a 386, is comparable to a LR43. So I just used 43, so I was kind of right. Excuse me. Boy, it's been bad. It goes from nasty weather, hot, humid, and you get sick from it. Now it's dried out outside, even though it's cool, and there's every bit of dust and pollen, and it's more dust. And our environment is terrible, you know. We get forest fire smoke all year long. We get whatever. Someone's out there playing with a go-kart or a mini bike on the gravel street. That was just a big truck or something banging. There you go. Thanks for watching this week. Thank you if you've watched the video this long. I always have a few pictures at the end. We'll take a picture of this lighted. So, thanks for watching. We're looking forward to seeing you next weekend.